What up? It's your boy. We back. It's week one. Time for that recap. Let's get it. Yeah. It's Super Bowl Sunday. We back, baby. Appreciate you. Now, appreciate you now. Mine first, cause I won. It's your boy. Oh wait, I gotta get all my stuff. Y'all know I gotta come out wearing that. Hold on. Let me turn this volume up real quick. Oh, wait. Gotta expose that microphone for you real quick. We back, baby. It's week one, and y'all know I got the week one blues. I need to put something that sounds sad on here because I have everything funny. I got clapping. I got, yeah. Oh, here you go. There you go. That's how I felt when, actually, I'm lying to y'all. I'm gonna take these first 3 minutes and tell y'all this. I just came back from a music festival. It was probably the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. I just want to put that out. Like, it was amazing. It is called Dance Festovia. It was in Kansas. We drove there. It was a 16-hour drive. It was amazing. Me, wifey, brother-in-law, and my kid. And we had an amazing time. That is why I'm rocking the Ducky Bucky. You see it? That's what we call it around here, the Ducky Bucky. Yep, one of my favorite bucket hats. I wear it to the festy all the time. Matter of fact, look. Yep, that was me at the festival. You see me and my alien friend. His name is Savvy A. Leon. Just make sure it's, oh yeah, it's definitely me. Yep. I thought my volume was low. It's not. I just got my my hat over my headphones, so it's kind of a little bit. But no, the music festival was great. But we got to get back to it. Y'all clap it up for the season. We back in this thing. It's week one, baby. The Falcons lost. I hate when the Falcons lose, especially to division teams. But the Bulldogs looking good. Y'all know I like to start every week talking about my boys and what they did in this thing. So we will go ahead and see if I can read that right. I think we are about to be 3 minutes in. That means it's time to get it in. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Now then. Oh, wait. There we go. Scoring leaders. We will go do that first. Y'all know that I like to start every episode with those platform superstars. And since I have it pulled up right here, I'm going to start with the old OG special. It was Josh Allen. So I went against the entire Buffalo Bills offense in the OG special. But We're not talking about all that right now. We're talking about just top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 of them are from that Bills Ravens game. Matter of fact, throw that thing up. Pow. Appreciate you. Josh Allen. He's going to be the leader on every board. Just want to put that out right now. Get ready to see a whole bunch of Bills. Well, just him. And a whole bunch of Ravens. So, yeah, Josh Allen, 38.76 points in the old OG special. That boy had 394 yards and 2 tutties in that thing. 14 carries, 30 yards, another 2 tutties in that thing. Let's just say Josh Allen is doing what Josh Allen do. Y'all see it. Justin Fields. I'll give it up for Justin Fields. We were shaky. Let's not act like we wasn't shaky about what Justin Fields was going to do now. We are not about to sit over here and act like that, because I was definitely one of the ones that was like, wonder what that offense in New York gonna look like with Justin Fields at the helm now. You know, he can't really throw all that good. So, but you know, neither here nor there, or anywhere for that matter. But yeah, he was looking good over there. Daniel Jones. Y'all gotta clap it up for Daniel Jones. That is Daniel Jones, Indianapolis quarterback, in the top 5 of the first episode of the Steffi podcast, Platform Superstars. Appreciate you. I'm gonna say it again. That's Daniel Jones. That's Daniel Jones. Just saying. Lamar Jackson. Y'all know I love saying that name, and we will get back to that. You guys are about to learn about my team, because I never covered my teams when I drafted them, but that's okay. We'll get back to that. Lamar Jackson, 209 yards, 2 tutties, 70 yards rushing, another tutty in this thing. Derrick Henry. I need y'all to know that. I need y'all to understand that it's pretty crazy. Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry play for the same team, and they both on this list. So that means it was a high-scoring affair in that game. Derrick Henry, 18 carries, $169 and 2 tutties, 1 catch, 13 yards. He fumbled. I wish I could hear my cat outside the door. It's the cutest thing ever, because I'll go out there to talk to her, and then she won't want me to pick her up. It's crazy work. But that is your top 5 platform superstars for the OG special. We will slide on to that. That is the Sleeper app for those of y'all that are new to the podcast or new to fantasy football. Where Josh Allen. I told y'all. We are a little bit more friendly to quarterbacks over here. Josh Allen had 42.5 fantasy points. I already went over the stats. And that is that. We'll move on to Justin Herbert. Y'all clap it up for that boy. The boy had 318 yards and 3 tutties. He had 32 yards rushing. That boy good. That boy Justin Herbert good. He was on my radar. But I missed the opportunity to draft him in the OG special. And I got Lamar Jackson in the Savvy for your Booski dude. And I went Dynasty mode, so I got Northeast Drizzy for the Dynasty special, which, you know, it'll work out how it works out. Lamar Jackson, we already covered that. Aaron Rodgers, I'll clap it up for that. I was going to say young man, he older than me. Boy, 40 years old than me. However, 4 passing touchdowns that had you on the top 5. Just saying. He had -1 rushing yard, but he had 244 and 4 tutties in that thing. And the Steelers pulled out that victory against Justin Fields, who's back on the list. We already talked about what he did. We forgot to mention the fact that Justin Fields had 2 rushing touchdowns and 48 yards rushing. That is the number 5 person on the list, that is your platform superstars for the sleeper app, the old dynasty special, as I would normally call it. And so we slide over to the 7 for your booski do. And stop me if you've heard this before, by the way. Josh Allen. Josh Allen did what Josh Allen 2 turned into 38.7 over here. Lamar Jackson did what Lamar Jackson 2 turned into 31 points over here. By the way, you see that little dash by his name. That means he's on my team. Appreciate ya. Aaron Rodgers. Still not on the... Well, I think he got picked up now. But I'm recording this on Wednesday because the festival ended on Monday. We drove back. I got back on Tuesday, and it's been a heck of a week. But we're getting back to it. Anything, Aaron Rodgers. We went over that already. Justin Herbert, we also went over that. And Derrick Henry. We also went over that. Y'all give it up for the platform superstars for every league. The platform superstars. All right. Now, at the same time that there are platform superstars, there are people who did not, I used to call it people who did not pull up to the party. So we'll be like party poopers. That's what we'll call them this year. We got to go over the party poopers because I was using the poop emoji last year. That's the name. I just came up with that right now, by the way. So, for the people that you expected to pull up to the party that didn't, I do not make a list. I just slide through. Y'all know how I do. And I'm going to go to the OG special because that is the most standard scoring that I have. And you check the starting lineups to see how the people performed or their lack of performance. And then you slide through and you say, thanks for not pulling up to the party. Let me see here now then yet. Jameson Williams did not pull up to the party. The whole Detroit Lions, they look shaky. They look a little... But that Green Bay defense. Oh, Michael Parsons had a sack, by the way. Somebody go call Jerry Jones and let him know that one defensive player away that he was got a sack in his new team. No big deal. Anyways, back to this. Nick Chubb. I guess he didn't score. It was a defensive battle over there. Tank Bigsby got traded to the Eagles. Did not pull up to the party. I would say that the rookie, he's just a rookie, Eric Manor. Isaiah Pacheco did not pull up to the party. The Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill, Tua, tag your mama and play the Violoa, did not pull up to the party. And I think Devon A-Chain got saved by a late touchdown. Also really did not pull up to the party. We'll get back to that. Cooper Kupp did not pull up to the party. We are okay with that because we have JSN in our league. Nope, we're not. Let's see. This is the OG special. Jake Ferguson did not pull up to the party. CJ Stroud did not pull up to the party. Kendrick Miller didn't start. We'll skip him for now. Jamar Chase did not pull up to the party. Xavier Worthy got hurt. We'll skip that. Colson Loveland did not pull up to the party. Let's see. Matt Golden was supposed to be the number 2 receiver or whatever the case may be in Green Bay. Didn't pull up to the party. Let's see. Cade Otton. Did he play? Yeah. Cade Otton played. No catches. Didn't pull up to the party. Tyrone Tracy, Cam Scatterboo, Devin Singletary didn't pull up to the party. That's crazy. I just noticed it was Puka and Devontae. Devontae Adams really didn't pull up to the party like that. Let's see. Travis Hunter was just mid. People started able to get. He didn't pull up to the party. Bryce Young did not pull up to the party. Sorry, Bryce Young, you didn't. Bo Nix, not here yet. He'll pull up eventually, though. I'm certain of it. Mike Evans got you 10 points, but he really didn't pull up to the party. Mark Andrews didn't pull up to the party. that Ravens defense and that Bills defense. Neither one of them pulled up to the party because they played each other. Let's see here now then yet. Rashad Bateman didn't pull up to the party. Sam Darnold did not pull up to the party. Sam Darnold had 150 yards passing. JSN had 124 of those 150. Just saying. Tyreek Hill, like I said earlier, didn't pull up to the party. Calvin Ridley, the Titans offense looks a little shaky with Cam Ward starting. However, that young man will get it together. He promises. George Pickens didn't pull up to the party. I think we'll have a turnaround there. We're not too worried about that. Adam Thielen had a 2-point conversion, but otherwise did not pull up to the party. Keep going. Keep going. TJ Hawkinson did not pull up to the party. He was looking for you to pull up to the party, my boy. Appreciate that. I already said something about Tua. AJ Brown didn't pull up to the party. Devontae Smith, I haven't seen him yet. Also didn't pull up to the party. Let's see. The rest of this name, look, Jared Goff. Jared Goff looks terrible. Didn't pull up to the party for real. My personal opinion, he looks bad. Ken Walker didn't pull up to the party. Zach Charbonnet scored a touchdown. Ken Walker did not do that. T. Higgins didn't pull up to the party. Jamar Chase also didn't pull up to the party. The passing attack didn't look too good. That's because the Browns defense is good. Appreciate that. Evan Ingram didn't pull up to the party. Already said something about Devontae Smith. The Eagles defense. We thought the Dallas Cowboys were done. They're not done. Eagles defense didn't pull up to the party. Matt Gay got no chances because they were scoring touchdowns. They didn't need extra points. I already said something about Cam Scatterbooty. Ooh. Can't wait to hear that on the puns. Josh Downs didn't pull up to the party. Jalen Higgins didn't pull up to the party. Tony Pollard fumbled, didn't pull up. Nico didn't pull up. Njoku only had 6.7 points, did not pull up. DJ Moore, he had some catches, but he didn't really pull up. Juwan Jennings didn't pull up. I thought Jordan Mason did more than that. He definitely had 68 yards. So I just kind of pulling up. Demario Douglas saved by a touchdown. Otherwise, didn't pull up. Let me see. David Montgomery's around back too. Still didn't pull up. Amon-Ra St. God didn't pull up. The Lions offense and defense as a whole just didn't pull up to the party. Terry McLaurin didn't pull up to the party. Najee Harris was a backup. We knew that. Didn't pull up. That's what happens. Cam Ward still getting acclimated. Didn't pull up to the party this week. DeAndre Swift didn't get me 10 points, so he didn't pull up to the party. Jerome Ford was supposed to be the starter. He got outperformed by Dylan Sampson. Didn't pull up to the party. That Chiefs defense got beat by the Chargers pretty good. Didn't pull up to the party. Let's see. Everything else looks pretty normal. Slide through. Oh, that is the end of my list of people who didn't pull up to the party. Now, I have one more list to go through. That is a list. This is a new segment that I have this year. It is called Appreciate Ya. And in the Appreciate Ya segment, what I do is I do the same slide through that I just did, except you look for people who were not expected to perform that came out of nowhere. So it could be anywhere from 10, it could be anywhere from 1 person to 100 people on this list. So if I slide through and there's a bunch of unexpected performances, then I'm going to try my best to highlight those and make sure we get those random standouts that we don't normally show love to. We just call them a surprise and keep it pushing. So y'all give it up for the segment. It's called Appreciate Ya. Checking my time. I think I'm going to slide that in right after this break so I don't get too deep into it and have to do that. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, we back, baby, and it's time for appreciation. Y'all clap it up. Once again, we don't make no list. We just slide through. I guess eventually I could make a list. I don't know if I want to. I'm not really a list guy, because I watch the sport. So, like, if I just go back and grab the DNA right from in front of y'all, like, y'all know I'm not just fabricating it or making it up. So if I just slide through here and be like, oh, that person was supposed to score 9 points and they scored 29. Bang, bang. I feel like one of the people from one of the platform superstars will probably end up on this list, but that is foreshadowing. Let's get into it. Slide on through. Keon Coleman is my first. Y'all give it up. I got told by a good friend of mine that is a diehard Bill fan since the beginning of time. I asked him straight up, I said, who is the starting, or who's the number one wide receiver for the Buffalo Bills? He looked right in my face and said Keon Coleman, and I didn't start Keon Coleman and Savvy Dabby Doop for you Booski Doop. So I lost. Had I done that, I would have won by a lot. But that's neither here nor there. That's what I get. I live and I learn. Thank you, James Bailey, for letting me know what the deal is. I'll never doubt you again when it comes to the Buffalo Bills. Actually, I didn't doubt you. I just didn't listen to you. I don't ever doubt you when it comes to your team. I know how much you know. But yeah, Keon Coleman, y'all give it up for that boy, because he definitely was not. He was projected 12.49. He scored 25.9. Now that's a big jump right there. Let's see here if I can find another one. See, it ain't really that many of these. Like, already I'm looking. It ain't too many. They were supposed to score a little bit and scored a lot. I know that Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is going to be on this list. Y'all give it up for him, because he was not projected to score very much at all, and he had 80 yards and a touchdown. So I don't know if the person that has him started him, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Oh yeah, I did say that. Never mind that. I'm still looking, and I'm still. Oh, Michael Pittman, another one. Clap it up. Projected less than 12 points, scored 20 fantasy points. Appreciate you, Michael Pittman. Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers projected 14 points, scored 28 points. I didn't see him being that. I drafted Rashad Bateman in Dynasty instead of him, for the fact that I didn't see Zay Flowers being that. But Lamar Jackson said, you got him effed up. So there's that. Clap it up for that boy. This is not that big, but Javonte Williams, because everybody was like, on that Dallas running game, everybody was talking about Jaden Blue, hyping up Jaden Blue, because Javonte wasn't going to last and all that. Javonte just went out and got 20 fantasy points, 2 touchdowns. No big deal. Appreciate that, Javonte. Slide. Let's see here. Nope. 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 No, Christian McCaffrey. I think Christian McCaffrey counts. I think Christian McCaffrey counts because we weren't sure. It was shaky. Derrick Henry, not really surprising, so I'm not going to throw that one out there. That Jaguars defense. Projected 5 points, scored 12 on your ass. Like, I ain't going to sit here and act like I if this is what the Jaguars are, I'm asleep. So I'll go ahead and throw it out there right now. Dylan Sampson scored 17 fantasy points, was only projected 12. He's also a rookie, so that makes a big difference. DeAndre Hopkins. D-Hop projected less than 5 fantasy points, scored damn near 12. Appreciate that, D-Hop. We thought it was over for D-Hop. We is me, I am we. Deebo Samuel. Projected 13.2 fantasy points, scored 22.6. None of y'all saw it coming. I know you didn't. And that's okay. I didn't either. No big deal. That That is all that I see over there. Let's slide over here. I don't see anything out of... Oh, that Colts defense. Appreciate that. Against the Dolphins, we thought the Dolphins were going to be able to make that a game. You know, the last Miami beat the Broncos 70 to something last year in the opening week, but then the Denver Broncos defense turned out to be the best defense in the league. So, like, you know, maybe Miami will bounce back and be the best offense in the league after what happened to them. Dalton Kincaid projected 7 fantasy points for 15. Appreciate that, Dalton Kincaid. Michael Penix Jr. I tried to tell y'all, if you go back and look at my, I didn't post it. Michael Penix was labeled as one of my boom candidates for the year to have a breakout. Off to a good start so far. Justin Fields projected 19, scored 29. Appreciate that. Still sliding through that Broncos defense. Not really surprising. It's that Broncos defense. It is that Broncos defense. Nothing surprising there. That's a lot. It's shaky. And Keenan Allen. Keenan Allen scored 20 fantasy points. He was only projected 13. Travis Etienne. Appreciate that. Clap up for that boy. He was only projected to split his carries 50-50 with Tank Bigsby. He ended up dominating the backfield. Emeka Egbuka, first game, 23.6 fantasy points, only projected 14. We like that. We like those type of numbers. Let's see here. JJ McCarthy had a good game. We like that. And I think that I covered everything. Kyle Pitts. That's my last one. My last one is Kyle Pitts. Kyle Pitts had a good day. So that is your people who overperformed. And for that, we appreciate you. Now, before we move forward, let's get into this injury list. Injuries. What are the most effective ones, right? Or the most damaging ones right now? That would be George Kittle, Brock Bowers. Those are the two that I can think of right now that are in lineups. They got a questionable tag on Brock Purdy. I don't know what that's about. Xavier Worthy got hurt. I want to say he's in concussion protocol. Let me check. Day by day. Be careful with this word. For what it's worth, I'm looking at the news right now. But it's not telling me. Shoulder. It's a shoulder injury, dislocated shoulder. And so he'll be out for probably a couple of weeks. No big deal. Tyler Bass is on IR. That's the kicker for the Bills. Darren Waller did not play yesterday. Some type of injury. Chris Godwin out, but they want the real projection that they have is the beginning of October, but it could be sooner than that. On that front is the last that I've been hearing. He is at the bottom of my bench in fantasy. Brandon Ayuk, still Brandon Ayukin. Let's see here. I don't see anything really else significant as I slide through. I already said Brock Bowers. Joe Mixon's still out. Nick Chubb might have been a steal for the first few weeks of the draft or of the season. So yeah, nothing too major as far as that goes. We're still waiting on the new George Kittle's on IR. So we can go ahead and write that down. He's out for the next 4 weeks. And his backup already scored a touchdown on an amazing catch in the game against Seattle. So y'all go look up them highlights. So I was at the festival, I told y'all, right? Man, I got home watching these highlights, man. Football is here, people. I almost didn't... I was pretty sad because I was still trying to pull it up while I was out there. Then I just gave up. But yeah, a lot A lot of fantasy points got scored this week. A lot of fantasy points also didn't get scored this week. So here now, I will run through. So I'm really just going to get personal and run through my teams this week. And so you guys can know who I have. But in the future, it'll probably be a quick little brush through. I'll say that I won. I'll say that I lost. But I'm going to try and keep it a little bit more general. But and then get into the analytics of things like I should instead of but I'm still gonna have my personal feels about it because I get happy and sad. Like this fantasy affects my emotions. Don't think that that's gonna go away. But since it's week 1 and I didn't go through my teams, I will slide through my teams right now. And with the 2 teams on ESPN, actually I'll probably do it with all of them. I will show you the order in which I drafted people. We're going to start with the chuck up the deuce in the window of the OG. We back, baby. I'm going special. Y'all give it up for the OG special. My boys, we back in this thing. I lost. Listen, this is the 3rd year in a row I played Pilar in the first week of the season. This is the 3rd year in a row I lost to Pilar. Then the first week of the season. She beat me by 30, but that's because I started BTJ. He didn't pull up to the party for real. Everybody underperformed on my team. No big deal. It's week 1. We're not worried about it. But let us go and take a look at said team. Where we at right now? Okay, cool. So we will do this. I'm looking to see how do I want to present this information. Oh, I'll do it on here. I will do it on here. Let's see. Draft recap. There it is. By round, nope. By team, my team. Right here. There you go. All right, let's talk about it. Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy wasn't the quarterback that I wanted. I'll say that. However, let's talk about this real fast. So there was a little bit of difficulty in this draft. It was supposed to be at 7. I got pushed back a few hours. I fell asleep. And I woke up and it was the 7th or 8th round of the draft. After the draft, I didn't like my team at all. So we'll start there. I wasn't a fan. I was not a fan. But I gotta go back to this week so I can have the team that I actually drafted. I drafted all these people. That'll do it. Brock Purdy, like I said, I got Brock Purdy in the 7th round. That's right when I woke up because I didn't want Brock Purdy. But I probably would have took quarterback earlier than that if I'm keeping it real. So, but I got Brock Purdy. I'll deal with that for now. Jahmyr Gibbs. I'll give it up for Jahmyr Gibbs. I got Jahmyr Gibbs with the number 6 overall pick. I didn't pick him, but he is my number 2 overall running back at the beginning of the season, so I'm not really upset with that part of the situation. Marion Hampton. Y'all clap it up for that young man. Also not upset with that pick. He was my 4th round selection that I had to wake up to. But he was on my radar as one of the rookies that I wanted to have in the RB2 spot, hopefully for breakout purposes. And so here we are. Brian Thomas Jr. Y'all know how I feel about BTJ, baby. I had Brian Thomas Jr. in this league last year, so that definitely doesn't bother me. And Trevor Lawrence looked good in week 1. So, I mean, we'll see. Travis Etienne went ham. He did a lot of rushing, but they played Carolina. You run the ball on Carolina. Like I'm telling you, everybody's like Travis Etienne broke out and They done traded Tank Bigsby and all that. I think they got faith in Toot, and that's why they traded Tank Bigsby. I don't think that it's Travis Etienne that they have the faith in. I want to see the Jaguars against somebody decent, like the Chargers or the Broncos or the Steelers, people who defend the run, and see how Travis Etienne does. But yeah. Tedrow McMillan, I got him in the 5th round. He is the wide receiver 1 for that same Panthers team. So, last year, I want to say they had Adam Thielen, who's the wide receiver 1. He did all right. Trey McBride, never mad at getting a high quality tight end. Every draft that I've had this year, except the Savvy. So I got Brock Bowers in the 2nd round in the Dynasty Special. And I got Trey McBride in the 3rd round of the OG Special. So we're getting our tight ends. In the Savvy League, I took a little bit more of a risk. We'll talk about that when we get to it. J-Mo ain't the same old. We'll see what happened with Jared Goff in that offense. You see, Ben Johnson's gone. They look regular as hell over there. But I got J-Mo in the 6th round, coming off of that season he had last year. Pretty good. It was pretty good. My defense was the Seahawks. I don't draft defense until the 14th round, so y'all know when I got them. Jake Elliott, I don't draft kickers until the 15th round, and so there's that. Let me see, Jacoby Myers. Got Jacoby Myers in the 8th round. He was the best receiver that I saw on the board when I woke up. So there you go. And then right after him, I drafted Nick Chubb in the 9th round, which is a steal of a deal because he's the starting running back for Houston right now. So I had drafted Tank Bigsby with the expectation that there would be a 50-50 split because that's what it was looking like in Jacksonville. And then Travis Etienne touched about 92% of the time. And then Tank Bigsby got traded to the Eagles, and they have Saquon. And for redraft purposes, I don't need him anymore. So we'll get back to that in a second. But that was the hope there when I drafted him in the 10th round. Right after that, I drafted Rashid Shaheed, the number 2 wide receiver for the Saints. His big playability from last year had me on the radar to get him. Even, he's really just for backup purposes, bye week fill in. Because I have BCJ and Tet Mac and Jacoby Myers and J-Mo. BTJ and Jacoby Myers, that's a good little combination, by the way. Tyrone McMillan's coming around. And, Rashid is a nice little backup piece for that. Jaden Blue, this is another one that I'm going to wait it out for a couple more weeks and see how it goes. But I was low on Javonte because of what everybody else was saying. Even though I know his work. So I drafted Jaden Blue. And maybe I'll hold on to him. I'm pretty solid at running back right now. I got 3. Maybe I'll hold on to him. Maybe I won't. I ain't dropping nobody for the first 4 weeks. Except Tank Bigsby. He's already out of here. I don't need him anymore. But yeah. Kyle Pitts. And Kyle Pitts had a good first week, by the way. Kyle Pitts to the moon, baby. Appreciate that. You heard it here first. Kyle Pitts to the moon. I got Kyle Pitts in the 13th round. And so when Kyle Pitts ends up being a top 10 tight end, it's a steal of a deal. I'm just saying. And then my last pick of the draft is Eric Eyemaner, the wide receiver 2 for the Tennessee Titans. Y'all clap it up for that young man. He is the clear wide receiver 2. Clear. And so when that offense gets going, because I think that Cam Ward will get it together, I have the number 2 receiver for his offense. And that's good news. So that is the team that I have for the that's the OG special. That is the OG special. And now we will slide over to the – 'cause That's me, by the way. Savvy, davvy, doop, but yeah, booski. Doop. All right, let's go over this team. Let me get over here so I can do the draft order for you at the same time. We will start with that boy, Lamar Jackson. I'll clap it up for that boy. That is... Oh, wait, not by round, by team. Bang, bang. There it is. I had the number 2 overall pick in this draft. I got Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round because I have always been super high on Lamar Jackson. And real fast, I will be right back after this because I just realized I'm about to run out of time. I'm just going to get right back into it. Like I said, I drafted Lamar Jackson in the 2nd round. I've always been really high on Lamar Jackson. And so he's on my team. Appreciate you. Bijan. Bijan is my number 1 ranked running back. He is my first round draft pick at the number 2 pick overall because Jamar Chase went first. And I was like, well, you can have that because I got Bijan. Isaiah Pacheco, I got in the 5th round. I don't think that Kansas City will always be losing. I do not think that they will win their division this year. I do think that there will be a lot more competitive games for that team. But he's the number 1 running back for that team. And so he's on my team. Jackson Smith and Jigba. He is the number 1 running back for the Seahawks, or number 1 wide receiver for the Seahawks. He is the number 1 wide receiver for my fantasy team. I think that this will be a continuation of the breakout that he had last year. George Pickens did not have a good week 1, but he is the number 2 receiver for Dak and them boys. And so I drafted him in the 6th round. And then, yeah, we'll go from there. Get together, George Pickens. Is that Tyler Warren? Tyler Warren, I drafted. This is where I took the risk. I got Tyler Warren in the 8th round. I think that he's going to turn out to be worth way more than an 8th round draft pick. And we'll see. We will see. Tony Pollard. I drafted Tony Pollard in the 4th round because Tajay Spears is hurt, ladies and gentlemen. And that means that Tony Pollard is the premier number 1 running back, at least while he's gone. I had high hopes for the Giants defense. I should not have started them against the Commanders, though. I think that they have the best front 7 in the NFL. But Jaden Daniels. So, and Chris Boswell, one of the best kickers in the league. You know, I got him in the 15th round because I only draft kickers in the 15th round, whatever's there. So, I will never reach on those positions because that strategy has had me in the playoffs ever since I incorporated it. So, and once again, let's see, slide down. I got Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt, aka Bill Kroshke, in the 7th round. Yes, I did reach a little bit for him. Guess what? He scored 15 fantasy points week 1, 80 yards and a touchdown. So it seems like he is RB2 material. So I got Bijan at RB1, and I got him at RB2. So all I need from him is 15 points. When I could get 30 from Bijan, and 30 from Lamar, and 20 from JSN. Like, it's crazy work. But yeah. Caleb Johnson. I drafted Caleb Johnson in the 9th round. I am under the impression that he's going to become what Ja'Cory Croskey-Merritt is for the Commanders, and that is a 1st and 2nd down and 3rd down when it's not passing down running back. Because he's bigger, and Jaylen Warren's smaller, but he's an amazing pass blocker. And Kenneth Gainwell is also smaller, but he's also an amazing pass blocker. And pass blocking gets running backs on the field. You heard it here first. Keon Coleman. Keon Coleman might be my steal of the draft. I drafted him because I got told he was the number one receiver, and then I didn't start him, and he did number one receiver things. So I bet you I won't make that mistake again. He's in the lineup forever. Ramondre Stevenson. I got Ramondre in the 11th round. You know, everybody giving up on Ramondre because of Travion. I'm not giving up on Ramondre. Not yet. Chris Godwin is hurt. He is in my injured reserve spot. I drafted him in the 12th round. They did not put him on the pup, which means he's closer to ready than not ready. And what does it hurt to have a backup wide receiver when he comes back? He could even end up being the starter. I don't know how Tampa Bay's going to incorporate him because I'm making Ibuka looking real good. So we'll see. Josh Downs in the 13th round. Josh Downs. He is the number 2 receiver for Daniel Jones and them boys over there in Indianapolis. He could end up being 3 in the pecking order, though, because of Tyler Warren. But it's good to have a backup insurance receiver. And I also waiver wired Daniel Jones this morning because today's Wednesday instead of Tuesday because I'm a day behind because of the festival. And last but not least, once again, Eric Eyemaner. He is he's my sleeper pick for breakout in the rookie season that nobody had on their radar because of where he plays. So I drafted him in every draft that I could get him in. In the dynasty, I have this guy that drafts rookies way too early, so I couldn't get him over there. But I got him in these 2 redraft leagues, and I'm gonna leave him on the bench. Like I said, I'm only making changes that are obvious, like defenses. Like I put Godwin in the injury reserve spot, and I added Daniel Jones because I have Tyler Warren and Josh Downs, so I can stack that either way. But that is the Savvy Dabby Dupe for your Booski Dupe. Y'all give it up for that squad. I actually like that team. I lost, but I was the 3rd highest scoring team this week. So we got a good thing going over here. We're trying to score some points. Can't win without scoring points. I finally incorporated a draft strategy that I've seen others use, and I think that it's going to have me well covered because I got all those running backs, and I still got 3 or 4 options, or 5 or 6 options at wide receiver for later on down the line. So we're looking good there. On to the where I'm probably not gonna be able to tell y'all what round I got him in. Well, I'll check. I'll do it right here. I know I got Drake May early. He's my quarterback. Northeast Drizzy. Y'all clap it up for Northeast Drizzy. I got Northeast Drizzy in the 5th round of the draft because Northeast Drizzy is only 23 years old and we are doing Dynasty. So I thought that was an amazing pick by me. And we will see what he can do for the rest of his career on my Dynasty team. James Conner. I drafted James Conner in the 4th round because I needed a starting running back. Don't worry, it'll make sense eventually. I know y'all looking like, you said it was Dynasty. James Conner's 30. I got y'all. Don't worry about none. Tank Bigsby, I drafted in the 9th round because of what I thought was going to happen with the Jacksonville backfield. Now he plays for Philly, which for me personally, if I'm thinking about it, if he get up to speed, I don't see why he couldn't be the number 2 running back if Will Shipley's hurt. And we obviously know it's Saquon's backfield. But that's just me. Justin Jefferson, I drafted with the number 5 overall pick because he's Justin Jefferson, for crying out loud. And I've always had a soft spot for the Jetman, so he's on my team. It seemed like the best thing to pick at that time. So in the 5 spot. Garrett Wilson. I got Garrett Wilson in the 3rd round. Garrett Wilson is one of my favorite third-round targets of the year. Was one of my favorite third-round targets of the year. And Garrett Wilson is only 25. Justin Jefferson is only 26. Tank Bigsby is only 23. Tank Bigsby is only 23. I said that again. So in redraft, I dropped Tank Bigsby, right? Don't need him. Useless. In Dynasty, I kept him. Because that age, like he gonna end up starting somewhere at some point. Somebody gonna end up needing a running back, and Tank Bigsby just gonna be floating out there being somebody number 2 when he could be somebody's number 1. Brock Bowers. I got Brock Bowers in the 2nd round. Yep. I invested high in tight end this year. I invested a lot in tight end Dynasty. We'll cover that. Obviously, I'm a huge Brock Bowers fan. I don't know if you guys know me, but yeah, I appreciate that. Rashad Bateman, he let me down this week, but I still drafted him. I got him in the 12th round. He's a receiver for Lamar Jackson, and he's only 25. So, I don't think that this is originally the person that I drafted. I did. Brian Burns. I drafted him in the 13th round. I did draft him in the 13th round because I think that he's one of the best pass rushers in the league. So I drafted him. I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to look back at what happened in our draft in order, but I can't because my defensive players have been switched since. I want to say I drafted Josh Metellus and Robert Spillane. I did, and Robert Spillane just got dropped, so I'm about to go over there and look and see. Yep. Come here, Bobby. Yeah, I drafted Robert Spillane in the 14th round. I did that. And because before the defensive rules had changed, you know, now our tackles mean a whole lot. So I switched out for Ernest Jones. And Ernest Jones got me 17 points the first week of the season. Yep. I drafted Devin Witherspoon. I dropped him for Jaquan Brisker. That was the wrong move because Devin Witherspoon went off. Had a pick, whole bunch of tackles, all that. Don't worry, I'm trying to get him back. I can say that because by the time this comes out, I should have him back. Or somebody else will get him. He's not on nobody's radar. But whatever. Kyler Murray. Also have Kyler Murray. I drafted Kyler Murray in the 10th round. He was still there in the 10th round. Kyler Murray was still there in the 10th round. He's 28. Quarterback, mind you. Roshan Johnson. I drafted Roshan in the 16th round. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Devin Singletary. I picked up Devin Singletary. I forgot who I had. Oh no. Yeah, I forgot who I had. Keenan Allen. I drafted Keenan Allen. I got Keenan Allen in the 18th round. He scored 20 fantasy points this week, just saying. I didn't start him. I could have won. I could have won if I started him. Ben Sinnott, the backup tight end for Zach Ertz. I got him in the very last round of the draft. That's going to be exciting when he go off. Cam Scatterboo, I got in the 6th round of the Dynasty draft because he is a rookie. He's only 23. Ben Sinnott is a 1-year player who's also only 23. And one more tight end for your records. Gunnar Helm. Who is the starting, I think he's the starting tight end for the Titans right now. So when they get going, he's going to get going. Luther Burden. I drafted Luther Burden in the 7th round. Luther Burden is 21 years old. So even if Luther Burden gets no opportunities for the first 3 years of his career, and then he pops off, he's 24 at that point. Like, we're doing dynasty here. Like, Tyler Shuck, it's pronounced Shuck, but it's spelled S-H-O-U-G-H. I'll clap it up for Tyler Shuck. I got Tyler Shuck in the 19th round. So whenever he gets an opportunity, we'll be waiting. Oh, I forgot the Khalil Shakir. I dropped the Khalil Shakir. Also, I skipped him in the 11th round. Y'all clap it up for Khalil. Anything attached to Josh Allen, good money in my book. That is the Dynasty special for your record books. Y'all clap it up for them teams real fast. We back in the thing. So that gives y'all an idea of when I say I got something going on, or if something hits me personally, it's because that person is there. Now, with the Tank Bigsby news, as far as my team goes, I think I covered Trey Benson. Did I cover Trey Benson? I drafted Trey Benson in the 8th round. So the James Conner thing, I have Trey Benson also. So that's why I was comfortable drafting James Conner, because I already have his replacement. If anything is to happen to him, if he gets hurt, I got his backup. I have Devin Singletary and Ken Scatterboo, just in case anything happens to Tyrone Tracy, or if he gets supplanted by one of those other two running backs. I got both of them. So we'll see what happens there. I'm playing that with the leap of faith type deal over there. You see, I went heavy on the pass catchers. I just needed that insurance. Also in the Dynasty special, I just picked up Zach Ertz because Brock Bowers may be questionable. And Zach Ertz is a starting tight end for the Commanders. And if he gets hurt, I got Ben Sinnott on the taxi squad. Taxi squad is where you put your potential breakout candidate players. First and second year players go there. I still have all my draft picks. I'm trying to be patient this year, ladies and gentlemen. I am trying to be patient this year. I will take you back to the other two leagues and let you know what I did in the waiver wires. So I moved Chris Godwin to the IR spot and added Daniel Jones in the Savage Doop for the Booski Doop, and I switched out the Giants defense for the 49ers defense because the 49ers play the Saints, and I saw what the Cardinals did against the Saints last week. And that is what I was moving around in the Savage Doop for your Booski Doop. And then in the OG special, I also got the 49ers defense. I dropped the Seahawks defense. I paid $50 for that. I added Rico Dowdle and I dropped Tank Bigsby. I paid $10 for that. Rico Dowdle is a certified number 2 in Carolina. So those are the moves that I made. And we'll be right back with a savvy little rant for you right after this. All right, we are back, and I got 2 more things to do. Number 1, I gotta show y'all these lineups. That's where I'm gonna keep it personal, because y'all can tell me what y'all think. Y'all know if y'all watch the pod, y'all know who on the squad. And therefore, you can let me know if you feel like I am making the right decision or the wrong decision. All opinions matter. Drop them in the comments. I need to know, people. I want to hear from you. Let me know. Please, please, please chat with me. I respond to every message every time. Good, bad, or indifferent. I respect all opinions. So bring them on. Appreciate you. We will start with the Saturday dupe for your Booski dupe because I'm on that right now. And Lamar Jackson. Yep. Real fast. Hold on. All right, I'm back, baby. Yeah, I can't have that showing on that side and on this side. Lamar Jackson. My favorite quarterback in the league for a while now. And he finally starting to get clicked in with Todd Monken. It's looking good. It looked real good last year. I should have invested in him last year. I didn't. But he's here now. Tony Pollard and Bill Kroschke. Ja'Cory Kroschke. Tony Pollard's the running back 1 for his team. Ja'Cory Kroschke is the running back 2, at least for his team, but he gets the big boy work, which is the goal line stuff and the first and second down carries. I got that boy Bijan in the flex. Just thought I forgot because he played a Sunday night game, and in case anything happens, you got to have that flex open. Appreciate that. Don't forget that in tips and tricks, strategies and such. Make sure you put your latest playing, if you're starting 3 running backs, make sure you put your latest playing running back in the flex, and the same thing with your receivers. That way, if anything happens, it's open. Jackson Smith-Njigba and Keon Coleman, appreciate you. Nothing else needs to be said. Tyler Warren, same thing. I would have picked up that 49ers defense against the Saints. The 49ers may not have played their best game on offense, but they are still who they are on defense. So, yeah, that boy Nick Bosa, that boy Fred Warner, that boy Shavarius Ward, and all them boys they got over there, Hufanga and all that, you know. And that boy Chris Boswell, because kickers be kicking. But when they kick like that, you got to say their name, Chris Boswell. Appreciate you. I went back and forth about whether or not to start Ja'Cory Kroschke or Ramondre Stevenson. Ramondre's projected more, but he did not have a good week last week. So I am not on the board with that. You do good until you don't do good. And then you're out of here. On to the old OG special where Brock Purdy. I'm still in the debate train on that one. But that is neither here nor there. Let me refresh this real fast to make sure I got the right team on the screen. What week are we on right now? Week 1? We are not on week 1. We're on week 2. See? Gotta pay attention. Brock Purdy. Jahmyr Gibbs, locked in. Ryan Hampton, also locked in. BTJ, locked in. J-Mo, because I know that the Chicago Bears, at least for the whole past last season and this past week, struggle against number 2 receivers. So both times that, Amon-Ra went off one time, but the other time J-Mo did. So, and J-Mo went off both times. So, we're going to slide J-Mo in there and see if that still works out the way that we like. Trayvon Byard against Carolina. I don't trust Carolina to do anything except throw passes to Tetero and McMillan, who's in my flex. And once again, I went and got that 49ers defense because they play the Saints. And, kickers be kicking. I have Jake Elliott. He looks better. He hit a 58-yarder, and he hit no 50-yard field goals last year. So, we might be on to something. I'm going back and forth between starting J-Mo and Jacoby Myers. Let me know what you guys think. I don't think it's really any question about which 2 running backs to start. BTJ and Tet are locked in, I do believe. But I do got a lot of solid little potential pieces down here. So y'all let me know what y'all think about those lineups. On to the... That is the Sleeper app. For those of y'all that are new to the podcast, I say that twice a show, just in case. Bam, there it is. Yes, I am starting 2 Arizona. I almost started Kyler Murray, James Conner, and Trey Benson because they play the Panthers. So, would it hurt me? I don't know. But I'm definitely starting James Conner and Trey Benson this week because both of them got... James Conner scored over 10 and Trey Benson scored almost 10 last week. Yeah, he had 8 fantasy points himself. 69 yards rushing. Yeah, all that. So, yeah. Northeast Jersey against Miami. I saw what Miami just did. They didn't look good. Justin Jefferson against the Falcons. The Falcons rarely look good against the pass. They got Buffalo projected as 30th. Garrett Wilson's the number 1, and he gets force fed. So there's that. If Brock Bowers does not play, I have Zach Ertz on the bench. I will play him instead. Khalil Shakir is who I'm starting for now because I want parts of that Josh Allen-ness. And then my defensive spots, Brian Burns, Ernest Jones, and Devin Witherspoon, because I am going to try and pick him up at the time of this recording. I don't have him, but by the time you see it, I might have him. If I don't have him, it is still Jaquan Brisker. Starting Quan. Appreciate that. Like I said, I went back and forth about starting Kyler Murray. I could throw Keelan Allen up there against the Raiders over Shakir against the Jets. They're both projected generally the same. Rashawn Bateman is now for insurance because I need to see it again. And like I said, I just picked up Zach Ertz. So that is what the lineups look like. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have but one rant for you, and it is really, I'm talking to myself. So we call this Savvy Rants. And today I'm going to rant about the art of patience. In the past, every year that I've done fantasy, I have had the struggle of watching somebody underperform on my bench, seeing somebody overperform on the waiver wires, and instantly thinking that I need to have this person and I need to get rid of this other person. And I can document every single year that there's one person at least that I dropped that would have carried me far into the playoffs or even gotten me to the playoffs in general that I should have kept. And last year that player was Chase Brown. Last year I was pretty loaded in the OG special. This is the league I'm talking about right now in particular. I had 3 top 10 wide receivers and I had Kyron Williams. And so all I needed was Chase Brown. I had Broncos defense, Chris Boswell, like it was all laid out. It was all figured out. But Chase Brown didn't start the first 2 weeks of the season, so week 3 I dropped him. And then Zach Moss went on IR. Chase Brown became the starter, and the rest is history. By that time, he was on Steve's team already. So, patience. I'm trying to exercise patience. I dropped Tank Bigsby because I got the certified number 2 for Carolina, who's already touching the field. So, and he's a big back. I think Chuba Hubbard's a little bit smaller. So Rico might get some of that goal line work or short yardage work. But be patient, people. You drafted these people because you like them. You like them for a reason. Sometimes it just takes them a couple seconds to get going. I should have known because he plays for the Bengals that it might have been a slow start. I didn't care. I saw something that looked better, so I went after it. It ended up not being as good. And I was struggling at running back too for a lot of the season. So you guys be patient. You know more than you give yourself credit for. And sometimes you just got to wait it out. Like I said, I might be talking to myself too, but I'm doing that this year. I haven't dropped nobody yet in the Savvy League, and I only dropped Tank Bigsby in the Olive Garden League. So, and I still have most of my core, all of my core in the Dynasty League. So, but that will wrap up the first week. If you remember me doing anything that I didn't do today, just let me know. Everything has a different place. Like I got rid of, trying to keep it general, going through all the things that matter to you guys, but still a little bit personal because I play fantasy football too, and I get in my feelings about this stuff. So I try to keep it a little bit more personal than everybody else, but still like hit you with the general knowledge for the simple fact that like I wouldn't be doing this if wasn't near and dear to my heart. So I got to do it how I do it. When I do it how I do it, I got to do it how I do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy, the Savvy One, and we are outie 530. I love you. I appreciate you. We back in this thing week to week. It's going to be late this week, but we back on schedule next week because vacation is over. It's time to go to work. Baby. Y'all clap it out one more time. I love y'all. We out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll see y'all next week. Peace.